And now to day 4 of the Derek Chauvin trial. NBC's Gabe Gutierrez takes us through yesterday's emotional testimony.
It didn't take long for Courtney Ross to cry as she remembered how she met George Floyd in 2017.
Floyd's what I would call a mama's boy. I could tell from the minute I met him.
This now iconic photo of Floyd, Ross said, was taken as a selfie at the Salvation Army where he worked.
Floyd has this great, deep Southern voice.
They began dating, and she told jurors how he was devastated by the death of his mother.
He seemed kind of like a shell of himself. Like he was broken. He seemed so sad.
During her testimony, meant to humanize Floyd, one juror off camera had a furrowed brow and one of his hands up by his masked face, seemingly emotional. Ross said injuries and his desire to still be physically active led Floyd to pain pills.
We both suffered from chronic pain. Mine was in my neck and his was in his back. We got addicted and tried really hard to break that addiction many times.
In March of 2020, Ross testified she drove Floyd to the hospital and learned he'd overdosed.
You did not know that he had taken heroin at that time?
No.
Derek Chauvin's defense team has argued that Floyd's underlying health conditions and drug use killed him, not the 9 minutes and 29 seconds that prosecutors say the former Minneapolis officer held his knee on Floyd's neck. The next 2 witnesses, paramedics, said Floyd had no pulse when EMS arrived at the scene.
I didn't see any breathing or movement or anything like that.
In lay terms, I thought he was dead.
Testimony came after prosecutors on Wednesday played body camera videos from all 4 officers that responded, including Chauvin's, which had not been seen publicly before. His camera fell beneath a police squad car as officers struggled with Floyd. Later, Chauvin's voice is heard explaining why he restrained Floyd for so long.
Trying to control this guy because he's a sizable guy.
Yeah, and I tried to get in the car.
Looks like he's probably on something.
Philona's Floyd was in the courtroom as prosecutors showed graphic images of the efforts to resuscitate his brother inside the ambulance.
There's no justification why a person should put their knee and all of their weight on a man's neck until they pass. He was tortured to death.
Prosecutors also used 2 body camera clips showing Chauvin's former supervisor, David Ploger, going to the scene and speaking with Chauvin after fielding complaint calls from witnesses. Ploger offered the following testimony.
Do you have an opinion as to when the restraint of Mr. Floyd should have ended in this encounter?
Yes.
What is it?
When Mr. Floyd was no longer offering up any resistance to the officers, they could have ended the restraint.
And that was after he was handcuffed and on the ground and no longer resistant?
Correct.
Choice fans, as the trial resumes later this morning, you've been watching so far. What are your thoughts? It seems like the prosecution has a very powerful case.
They do have a powerful case. It's been really painful to watch, Mika. The evidence is of a very high caliber. I've tried a number of excessive force cases. This case is unique. There's video footage from virtually every angle between the body cameras and the bystanders. And you hate to say good fortune in a case like this, but the prosecution has had the good fortune, for instance, of having an off-duty EMT on scene who relentlessly badgered the officers to try to render assistance to Mr. Floyd. Gosh. So the big issue that we're building up to in this case is causation. Who caused the death of Mr. Floyd? Was it the knee on the neck, or was it, as the defense is going to argue, his underlying medical conditions and his drug addiction? So far, the prosecution has managed to set a really masterful emotional context for the jury to hear that technical medical evidence about causation. And it's tough after hearing this testimony and watching the video to attribute his death to anything other than former Officer Chauvin's actions. It will be, I think, interesting to watch the battle of the medical examiners, which is where this trial is inevitably headed.
Yeah, Joyce, as you say, the testimony over the first 4 days has been emotional at times, but more importantly, for the prosecution, it's been compelling. When you hear a former supervisor, Sergeant Ploger, say yesterday that restraint should have ended long before it did, that once that Mr. Floyd wasn't resisting arrest anymore, the restraint should have ended. That's powerful testimony. So you started to answer my question, but I'm curious where you think the defense can go from here. Their defense has been relatively thin so far in the face of all these witnesses. Where do you see their strategy going?
We're still in the prosecution's case in chief. So if the prosecution didn't have an edge here, then there would be reason for great concern. Once the government's evidence is finished, the defense will have the opportunity to put on evidence of their own. Traditional wisdom in a case like this says that the defendant should not testify, that it's very dangerous to testify. Of course, the defense has no burden of proving anything in a case like this. The defendant is presumed innocent until the government proves that he's guilty. So it seems unlikely that we'll see Chauvin testify. But the defense really may reach the point where they have to consider that seriously, because their options here are to poke holes at the government's case on Chauvin's intent for the three different species of murder and manslaughter that he's charged with. They have to prove different states of mind, but at bottom they'll have to show that he had a reckless disregard for human life. It looks pretty tough to get around that in this case. And then the big issue is causation, showing that there were alternative substantial causes of death. That will depend on how the expert testimony and the medical testimony comes in. But increasingly, the defense's strategy may not be an acquittal. It may be to just find one juror that they can convince to hold out, to refuse to vote for guilt, so that the jury hangs and they can try the case presumably a second time. The prosecution won't let this one go if the jury hangs.
Hey, thanks so much for watching our YouTube channel. You can follow up on today's top stories and breaking news, or catch up on your favorite MSNBC shows all in one place. Download the NBC News app today.